It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. Which candidate is now going all in for a $15 minimum wage increase across the board? Well, obviously, the answer would have to be then Democratic presidential nomination Joe Biden pushed his plan to raise that minimum wage to $15 an hour if he defeats President Trump in November. Biden made the comments. This was earlier this week while campaigning in Florida. Biden said $15. I can't do a good Biden impression. Hold on. Biden made, he said $15 should be a minimum wage in the United States of America, period. His economic plans, they include raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour and expanding health insurance access, as well as investing billions of dollars in child care, early childhood education, and college tuition assistance. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. Bernie, right. Free college. Right. He said, while stumping for Biden in Michigan, also this week, Joe understands the work at 40 hours a week. You would not live in poverty. Joe also understands, he wanted to say, is it is absurd that women in America are earning 80 cents on the dollar compared to men. That's not true, by the way. The whole gender pay gap thing is it's bullshit, to be honest with you. Okay, and we can go into that in just a moment. But okay, $15 an hour. Dar, you're a restaurant owner. You're a locally owned business. Your thoughts on a $15 an hour mandate?
It will crush small businesses.
How will it crush yours?
Well, let me tell you just
I'm going to play devil's advocate if you don't mind.
I will tell you personal experience. So when we first started,
and Guy, you're in the restaurant business. Why don't you grab that seat where Shane is? And Shane, go to the corner of Shane. Okay, yes, the corner of Shane. Good to see you, Guy. How you doing? You're always so well dressed.
He is sharp, man.
Damn, always so well dressed. Why don't you ask him for a hug, intern Shane? He only asks the girls for hugs. Intern Shane just goes up to the girls. Excuse me, can I get a hug? Right. Yeah, that's smooth. And right, and the guys, oh, good to see you. Right, absolutely. Hey, throw those headphones on there, Guy. Yeah. And get that microphone closer too. Oh, look at that. You're looking good on the camera too.
What was the question now?
All right, well, Dar, $15 an hour minimum wage, okay? You own Chemo's Hawaiian Bar and Grill downtown Clarksville, all right? Why are you opposed to paying someone $15 an hour? How dare you?
I will only tell you my own experience. When we opened up, we tried to. So currently, if you understand the restaurant business, servers make $13 to $2.20 an hour plus tips, as long as it averages out to $7.25 an hour, and they're fine. If it doesn't, then you have to pay the difference to equal out $7.25 an hour.
Okay.
Or theoretically, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do like Henry Ford did, and I'm just going to pay them $7.25 an hour plus their tips.
Yeah.
Right. And I did, and it almost put me out of business.
Okay.
Okay, and my accountant caught it for me, and I mean, it cost me a lot of money.
Did you have to switch back?
Mm-hmm.
How did the workers feel about that?
Most of them left.
Yeah.
And we brought on a new set, and
right.
We were hiring what the market was currently asking for, and we learned a very valuable lesson. There's a reason for that.
Okay.
Because that staff and the server staff, as I'm sure you're familiar with, it's a very high rotating job. A lot of people call in, they get sick, they don't come to work, and so you have to be able to have 10 people on staff, you need 20.
Yeah.
Right? And so if you're paying them all that, plus hours, and with the Affordable Care Act, rarely are you going to take anybody over 29 hours, because then you also have to provide health care and insurance and all that.
Well, Biden's saying that if there's any employee...
It would destroy him. What it would cause me to do is cut the number of jobs that I have.
Yeah, because they said any employee that's working 40 or more hours has to get the $15 an hour. Guy, over at Fat Shack, you guys you guys are rocking and rolling over there?
Yes, sir.
Right? Here, get close to that mic. You had such a beautiful voice.
My bad.
Oh, can you sing?
To my standard, I can.
Okay. I love it.
I don't know if y'all think
I love it. Over at Fat Shack, are you guys at a point where you can do $15 an hour for your employees?
Not for anybody outside of management.
Management, right.
Our management isn't making that, but it's very close to it. We pay very well though, just compared to the market here in Clarksville.
Yeah.
Like for example, our cooks start off at $11 an hour.
Yeah.
$15 an hour though, that would, like he said, that'll just crush any small business, unless they want us to just triple the price on what we're serving.
No, I mean
Can't do that.
these
Well, yeah, that's the only way to do it.
raise
is
the
to
prices
pass it
on the
to
food,
the consumer,
and that's who picks up the
and then
bill.
which drives the business. So.
Right.
Yeah, there's no way to survive that.
Unreal. I mean, I wonder if these are just campaign slogans and there's no truth behind it. Because, like that regular conversation we just had, I know politicians at high levels have had the same conversations with business owners.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And they got to be hearing the same thing from a business owner. Be like, listen, this is going to kill my business if you do this. Okay, I want you to be our president, but if you do this, this is going to kill my business.
Yeah.
And then for that, any candidate to go forward and be like, $15 an hour across the board. Vote for me. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
not
BS.
only-
Sorry.
Listen, I have worked minimum wage jobs before I joined the Army when I was younger, and it's not. Nobody is brought into the job force blindfolded or hoodwinked. As in, what do you mean I'm only going to make this much? It is a contract. This is what the market is paying. You agree to work for that much money and do these jobs.
Do you know how much tax
if the
revenue?
market calls for more, then it calls for more.
So much work, tax revenue would be lost too for under the table deals, off the books. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Bay. Okay, wicked good sandwiches. All right, you're the head cook over there.
Not the head.
Well, I mean, you're the best one. The other ones.
He made me a sunrise burger on our way here for today.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best burgers I've ever eaten.
See that? See that, Bay? Okay. Okay, Bay.
Can I have a bedtime burger, babe?
Would Wicked Good be able to stay open, do you think?
Well, not really.
No.
But I've been there for a minute, so
Yeah,
I get paid decent. So
And you also worked at Rafferty's too, right? You were
Logan's, couple of places.
all right. What was it like over there,
At Rafferty's?
pay wise?
Oh, the managers didn't like me at Rafferty's.
Oh, you don't say.
Nah.
Why not?
Hey, there's something about corporations I just don't get
Yeah.
along with them because I feel like if the boss is not working with me
Uh-huh.
and they just standing there all the time,
Yeah.
not doing anything, being a power hungry
Yeah.
person, then I don't.
Did you feel you deserve $15 an hour?
No,
No, not working there.
because I wasn't a grill. It depends on your position.
Yeah.
If you're a cook,
Right.
you should be the top person getting paid. But
Right, like what guy said about his staff over there.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right. Same with us. Our chefs are making that and then some. And
Right.
And
Some
our
chefs are on
managers
salary.
making almost all of our management is on salary. And,
Okay, and that's your choice. That's your decision as a local business owner.
and it equals $15 or more an hour, and we pay them well. We want to. We want
Right.
them to have a living wage that they can work off of. But entry level jobs of paying a dishwasher $15 an hour,
Right.
you can't do it.
Speaking of a dishwasher, Jess, that was a misogynistic joke. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
I have one in my house.
All of this. Okay.
His name's Zach.
$15 an hour. Wouldn't you want to make $15 an hour?
If I've earned it.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so here's my thing. Let's look at the construction field, for example. You have someone that is just a general laborer. They have no actual skill set compared to someone who operates a welder, or they are an expert carpenter. The expert carpenter is generally they're making in the 30s, but let's just take a skilled carpenter. They're at like $18 an hour, and you're going to bring in someone that's picking up trash and pay them $15 and only pay this guy $18. So if you want to make a higher wage, you need to get the skills and the education to get there.
Okay, right.
Because that's the follow on. If you're going to pay that $15, you've just now
Bumped his pay up.
bumped everybody else's pay up if
Right.
you're going to pay according
right.
to position.
That's right. If the
so
manager's-
it's not just
Right.
because now I'm paying.
If the manager's currently getting $15 an
There you
hour,
go.
now the other person, now you get $15 an hour. Now it's
I gotta
the
pay
hey
my
manager, we got to
$20
give
an
you.
hour or whatever. So,
Damn.
right.
you
So
have
it's
people
not
in skilled
just the
trades going on
minimum wage
strike.
worker.
Unreal.
It's a trickle up effect.
Intern Shane. Here, pull that microphone into you.
Yes, sir.
My bad.
No. Did you see Lucy?
Yeah, it's Lucy the Wonder Dog.
You saw Lucy the dog's down there.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Don't worry, you should see the dog down here. I'll be jumping in a
Whoa.
minute. But look at Lucy. Aw.
Aw, that's a good dog.
Intern Shade, it seems to be, according to these polls, the ones who are in favor of a $15 minimum wage mandate across the board are people your age. Your thoughts?
Well, not gonna lie, when I worked at my old job at where I told you before.
For video games?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they have to sign a contract to start
was it
pushing
at?
them. Well, we can't tell them exactly.
I feel like I remember. Okay.
They got to sign a contract with us.
I'll tell you after school. Not
sure.
Why did I say after school? I'll tell you after this.
We're learning. This is school.
Yeah.
but
It's the opposite of game go. Okay.
Got you.
But not gonna lie, I stopped working there at a bad time. If I would have known about this, then I would have worked harder to stay there.
Yeah.
But honestly, from a certain perspective, so I got paid the usual state minimum wage, which was $7.25 an hour.
Okay, in Tennessee. In other states, there's different, ones, but in Tennessee, it is $7.25.
Yeah, which honestly, Tennessee wages is not really enough. I mean, $15 an hour, you'd be set. Like, if you worked minimum wage jobs, you'd be set in, some places. But my thoughts on this, I think it's a little unfair compared to some other jobs, like what you guys mentioned before, where, like, they work harder and don't really get paid as much.
Man, interesting. Now, Guy, you guys own a franchise, Fat Shack, by the way. Check them out. Friggin' cool place.
Smaller business, basically.
Cool place. But I mean, you got franchise fees to pay and everything too, right?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's nothing crazy. Fat Shack's actually a great corporation.
Right.
I don't think we have to really go through what most corporations go through, as far as franchisees and fees and all that type of stuff. We got a really good relationship with corporate, but I think those people that make those or propose those mandates are not entrepreneurs. I don't think those are people who
Good point.
create jobs or really know what it entails to actually make that a reality, because they've never had to pay a salary or pay hourly rates to, like he said, 10 to 20 employees. So I think people that are in those positions, if they're going to propose stuff like that, there's got to be some type of data to support it and show that you've done this in some way, shape, or form before you just start throwing out numbers saying let's just pay everybody this.
Did you see what happened in McDonald's in I forget which California city, or maybe it was in Phoenix. They fired everybody, kept one person, and replaced them all with the machines.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Right.
Hey,
They're like, listen, it just because the robot, cost for the year to buy the one robot cost less than it would have paid an employee for 1 year.
Yep.
Wow.
One employee.
Wow.
Right. So if they paid the $15 an hour at 40 hours a week, 52 weeks, with help and all the other stuff, to buy the robot saved them $1,200 for a month. That's what it came down to.
Well, and it's like he said, they assume they're not entrepreneurs, and they haven't taken thousands of dollars out of their own personal accounts to make payroll.
Man.
And make sure that those people
Yeah,
were
payroll.
paid while we didn't get paid at all.
Right.
And so, I mean, any entrepreneur out there knows the risks and how long you go before you're profitable and what you're going to make. And we're all willing to do that, or we wouldn't be entrepreneurs. But then don't stand on the, once we have some success, then come in and say, okay, now, give it all away.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like, say, okay, Jess, like, welcome to the team too, by the way, with sales and everything.
Thank you.
I'm
excited to be a part of it.
No, it's good. Unless I got to pay you $15 an hour, then you're fired. But then you got to go. I'm sorry, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? But it'd be different because 1099.
Yes,
you know what I
I'm a
mean?
1099.
Right. But then someone like intern Shane maybe one day. No, it's not happening. Okay. No, I'm just busting your chops.
Thanks for bringing my hopes up, Joe.
No. No, go have fun. Game go. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah,
I'm never working retail again. Hopefully, once I'm done with college.
yeah, you guys brought up good points, and I don't understand why it's such a heated debate. I think it's obvious. You know what I mean? It's almost like a no duh, to people say no doy type of topic, but for some reason this still seems to be.
Instead of everybody deserve a trophy.
Yeah.
I think $10 an hour is
Reasonable.
very reasonable.
Very.
I
reasonable.
agree.
If you got dual income, you can. I mean, you working enough hours, you can actually still save after your expenses.
Yeah.
10 an hour, depending on where you live.
Why is the
Yes.
15 still the protest, the marching point? You know.
It may be some type of janky agenda. They may want people to go out of business or something.
Yeah.
There's no small.
Economic reset.
It's probably only less than 2% of small businesses that can actually survive something like that.
Oh my God.
And I'm saying that from somebody. I mean, we're making really good revenue at Fat Shack.
Yeah.
This is coming from somebody who's making good revenue with a small business, and I can confirm, there's no way, especially if you need 15, 20 employees.
Right.
I mean, we have over 30 employees,
Right.
right?
That sounds scary.
And so
Damn.
it would put me out of business.
Oh yeah, you
Period.
last a month.
Yeah, unless I got some of them McDonald's robots. I don't think I can get those.
And the people don't care if you raise your prices on your menu.
It's just not going to come.
No, they don't want to go.
Yeah, they don't come.
I don't want to overpay for food.
No.
And then on top of it, I'm
Or
going
any service for that matter.
to tip less.
Any service, getting your car washed, getting, anything.
If
the
somebody
cost of your suit goes up because the retail workers, everything is going to go up.
It'll cause inflation.
And I noticed, too, that the people that propose these, as he said, I'm not sure how many of them actually employ people.
All right.
All right? And so, that's the discussion that really, listen, business owners are not big, greedy. We're giving a lot of money back into the community, and we want to do that because we see growth. We want to share it with our employees.
Did you see? Did you see what Bernie Sanders? This was.
But don't force it.
This was about a year ago. So Bernie he's one of the $15 an hour pushers, right? And then his people working for him, like, hey, you pay us 11 and change
Right?
an hour. what, I just heard your speech.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Because I was supporting Bernie.
Right. And so he goes, oh, okay. Hold on. I'll fix it.
Why do I see him?
Hold on.
See that?
Okay. I'll give you $15 an hour. But then after he gave him the $15 an hour, he cut their hours in half.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You gotta go home. I'm sorry.
That's the best impersonation I've seen.
He can do Trump and he can do Bernie, but he can't do
Biden.
Trump real quick.
Yeah.
he can't do Biden.
Believe me, okay. I gotta tell you about the $15 an hour chump change. Okay. You're fired. If I gotta pay you $15 an hour, you're fired.
That's crazy. That was
Unreal.
oh my goodness.
All right. Well, coming up next.
Fake
I
news.
still don't think they make enough that the fact that man does not take a government paycheck.
Yeah.
Is the only president I've ever known who's not taking his paycheck. Gives it all right.
How about
back to
Congress give up their paychecks for a while and get a real job and work?
Good luck on that one.
They always vote themselves raises.
Right.
That's interesting. I vote for myself to get a raise also. Yeah, it's still drinking cheap stuff.
It's the Joe Padula Show. Bada bing. Clarksville's conversation.